Hello friends, in this lecture we will discuss about the control statements used in C programming. While programming, a situation is often encountered in which decisions have to be made or repetitions are required. In general, those statements which alters the flow of execution of program are known as control statements. C language has following control statements, decision making statements, and looping statements. Now let us discuss about the decision making statements. In any programming language, there is a need to perform different tasks based on the condition. For example, consider an online website. When wrong ID or password are entered, it displays error message, and when correct credentials, then it displays welcome message. So there must be a logic in place that checks the condition, ID and password, and if the condition returns true, it performs a task displaying welcome page. Else it performs a different task displaying error page. Using decision control statements, the flow of program can be controlled in such a way so that it executes certain statements based on the outcome of a condition, that is true or false. C language supports the following decision making statements: if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, or that is also called ladder, nested if else statement, switch statement, conditional operator statement, and go to statement. So these are the list of the control statements to make a decision, and based on that one code are executed. Let us first discuss the if statement. If statement is very useful and easy to use for decision making. It allows a particular statement or more than one statements, also called block of statements, to be executed only when certain condition is fulfilled. The general form of simple if statement is if within open and close parenthesis bracket and within open and close brace statement block. In the above general syntax, if the condition is true, then the statements within curly braces known as the if block is executed and control jumps to the next statements following the if statements. If condition is false, then statements within if block are not executed and control goes to the next statements. Note: in case of single statement within if block, curly braces can be omitted. The working of if statement can be illustrated by the following flowchart. So this is the given flowchart. So whenever there is a condition, we use the diamond graphics to test the condition. If this condition is true, then we follow the true path, and condition is false, then we follow the false path. If condition is true, then block of statement called if block is executed, and then after that one there is execution of next statement. If condition is false, in that case if block statements are skipped and next statement are executed. Per condition, non-zero value is taken as a true and 0 as a false. So if any condition that results or any equation or any logic that results with 0, it is taken as a false. If it is 1, it is taken as a true. Now let us see an example program. In this program, if here this is the condition 1 is written, so this is non-zero value. So this condition is true. If any non-zero value is there, condition is taken as a true. When condition is true, then body of the if statement. So here only one statement is there. Printf, it's a true condition. So this is executed and it's a true condition is displayed on the output screen. After this one, out of the if state body of the if statement, printf function is there. So this next statement is executed and end of the program is displayed. So in this way, when program is run, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition and end of the program is executed. Now let us take another example. In this example, here we find that condition here in open and close parenthesis 0 is written, and when it is 0, this is taken as a false condition. So when false condition is there, body of the if statement, that is what is written within open and close parentheses, that are skipped, and out of this block, out of the if block, that is printf function end of the program. So these statements are going to be executed and we get the output as a end of the program. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one, end of the program. So here it should be clear that when condition is true, then and only then body of the if statement is executed. When condition is false, the body of the if statement is skipped off and statements following the body of these if statements are executed, and any non-zero value is taken as a true and zero value is taken as a false. Now let us take another example. In this example, here we are considering the -1. So -1 is again the non-zero value. So this condition is true. When condition is true, the statements within the body of the if statement as well as following statements are going to be executed, and when we run this program, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition and then end of the program. Now again, in this program, here we have taken the 12. So 12 is again the non-zero value. It means that the condition is true. And also see that in this program, here only one statement is there. So this is not included within the open and close parentheses. So no need, if only one statement is there, that is part of the if statement. So no need to include the open and close parentheses. So here condition is true. So printf statement is executed and we get the output. It's a true condition. And following this one, next statements are executed. So next printf statement prints the end of the program on the output screen. So in this way, we see that in this example that if there is non-zero value, condition is true, and if only one statement is there, there is no need of including the statement within the open and close brace. So when program is executed, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, end of program. Now in this example, in place of condition here, we are putting printf statement, printf within the open and close parentheses and also within quotation marks, good is written. So what would be the output of this one? That decides whether condition is true or not. So this printf function returns a value, or every function returns a value. So printf function, as it is printing the 4 character, so this will return 4. So depending on the return value, condition is going to be true or false. So as it is returning 4, 4 is non-zero value. So condition is true. Naturally, condition is true means printf, it's a true condition. This statement is displayed on the output screen, and then following statements are executed. Printf, end of the program. So end of the program is displayed. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, that is body of the if statement is executed and displayed, and then out of this if statement, printf statement displays the end of the program. Now in the example 6, so instead of writing the printf statement in place of condition of the if statement, here we are declaring a variable, and what return value a printf function returns, what is the return value of a printf function, we will try to see that one. So int x semicolon, x is declared as a integer type of the variable, x is equal to printf. So when we write a statement like this one, so what is the return value of this printf statement? That is assigned to the variable x, and depending on this one whether it is non-zero value. If it is non-zero value, condition is true. When condition is true, printf function, which is a single default statement of the if block. So printf function, this statement prints it's a true condition on the output screen. Then following printf function value of x is equal to, here what is the return value of this statement, that gets printed at this point. So when we run this program, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, value of x is equal to 4. In example 7, we are declaring a variable and initializing its value as a 0. And when this variable is written in the place of condition of the if statement, so if n equal to 0 means condition is false, then these two statements are skipped out, that are not going to be executed, and only at the output, due to the printf end of the program statement, we get the output end of the program only. So when program is executed, output would be like this one. In another example, here value of n is set as a 1, that is non-zero value, and when this n is placed in the condition if 1, that is this is non-zero value, so condition is true. When condition is true, then body of the if statement, that is here two printf statements are there. So output of these two print statements are printed on the output screen, and then following printf statement prints its output. So it's a true condition, and value of n equal to, what is value of n? Here we find that it is 1, that gets printed. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, value of n equal to 1, and end of the program. Now in this example, value of variable is initialized to -1. So again -1 is non-zero value. So whenever this variable is put as in the place of condition, it is -1, that is condition is true. So when condition is true, these two statements within the body of if statement are executed, and when executed, this produce the output. It's a true condition, and then value of n. What is value of n? Here that gets printed at this point. Then following these block, printf statement print the end of the program on the output screen. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, and value of n equal to -1. Here this is -1, and then end of the program gets printed. If we consider another example, and in this example a relational condition is placed, a relational operator is used, and in this one value of variable n equal to 10. 10 is assigned to the n, and in place of the condition n greater than 20. This condition is false because value of n equal to 10. False. Naturally, these two statements are not going to be executed. So, out of this if statement, printf end of the program. So, this statement print the end of the program on the output screen. So, naturally, when program is run, we get the output like this one, end of the program. So in this example we have seen that when a relational operator is used and when condition is false, then naturally what is the body of the if statement, that is skipped off. Now let us take another problem. In that one, condition in this one n less than 20, this condition is true. Naturally when condition is true, these two statements that are the body of the if statement, these are to be executed, as well as next printf statement print the end of the program on the output screen. So in this way we will find the output of this nature. It's a true condition, and value of n equal to 10, that is printed, and out of this block printf function prints the end of the program. Now let us take another example using the relational operator, logic operator. So here value of n is assigned as a 10, but in the place of condition of if statement, not n equal to 10, and negation of 10 becomes 0. So this condition becomes false. When condition becomes false, these two statements are skipped off, and then only at the output we will get end of the program by the outside printf statement. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one, end of the program. Now another peculiar example. So in place of the condition here, not n greater than 5, and here we are assigning value of n as a 10. So if two logic operators are used, depending on their precedence, we operate that one. Here greater than is higher precedent than the not. So n greater than 5, that is 10 greater than 5 is true, but its negation not true, that is becomes false. So in this case this condition becomes false. So these two statements are not executed, and outside of this block there is a printf statement that prints end of the program on the output. So we get the output end of the program only. Now if we take next example, that is example number 40. In this case n less than 5. N less than 5 is false, but when it is negated that becomes the true. So condition is true. When condition is true, body of this for loop gets executed and we get at the output it's a true condition. Value of n equal to 10 is going to be printed, and out of this one printf, this printf statement prints end of the program. That is when program is run, we get the output like this one. It's a true condition, value of n equal to 10, and end of the program. So in this way we discussed how to evaluate the condition. So depending on the proper evaluation of the condition, if it is true, then body of the if statement is executed, otherwise it is skipped off. Now in another example, write a C program to print number entered by the user only if the number entered is less than 25. In this example, we have to print the output if number entered by the user is less than 25. So again we are using the if statement. So in this program, int num declares num as an integer type of the variable. Printf enter number less than 25. This is message printed on the output screen, whereby we enter a number which is less than 25. That number is taken in and is stored with the variable num by the scanf function. Condition in the if statement is that if num is less than 25, then this condition becomes true. So we get the output number equal to, what is the number that is printed on the output screen. So when this program is run, so let us take this program. We have to run this program twice. In first run, if we enter a number less than 25, and suppose we are entering the number 21 and pressing the enter key, so we get the output number equal to 21. Suppose we are running this program second time and enter a number, and if we enter a number 34 here and press the enter key, we do not get any output. Now in this example, write a C program to increase number by 15 if it is less than 35, otherwise to keep as it is. So in this program or in this question, we have to write a program, and in this program if entered number is less than 35, we have to increase that number by 15. So a program may be like this one. So again we are declaring here a variable num of integer type. Printf enter a number. This is the message, because when scanf function is run, executed, compiler waits for the data. So what type of the data? To message that one, here printf function is written. So enter a number, we have to enter a number. If number is less than 35, then num equal to num plus 1, that number is increased by the 15. Otherwise, we do not have to increase, means if number is less than 35, condition is true, and in that case number is added by the 15. Otherwise, what is the enter number? That is printed by the outside printf statement. Output is. So if number is less than 35, that is incremented by the 15 and then that output is printed. If number is not less than 35, number is printed as it is. So when this program is run, suppose first time we are entering a number 21. So this 21 is less than 35, means condition is true. Naturally, this number num equal to num plus 15. It is added by the 15 and sum is assigned to the left side variable. And then outside of this block, using the printf statement, we are printing the output. So here when 21 is increased by the 15, we get the 36. Now let us run the program second time and this time enter the 45. So 45 is less than 35. Naturally this condition is false. So what is the statement within open and close brace, that is body of the if statement, that is skipped off, and then that is number is not increased by the 15. Then outside of this one, printf statement, output is, what is the value of number is printed at this point. So we get the output is 45. This 45 is not incremented by the 15. So we can write a program like this one. Now let us take another example. In this example, we have to write a C program to find largest among three integer number using if statement. So using if statement, we have to find the largest among the three numbers. So a program can be written like this one. So here we have to declare three integer variables to store the three integer numbers. So int a comma b comma c, then semicolon. So using this statement, we are declaring a, b, c, three integer variables. Then next statement is the printf statement that prints enter three numbers on the output screen. And using the scanf function, we get three integer numbers in the program and is stored with the variable a, b and c. So scanf %d %d that is written in the double quotation marks. %d format is specify for the integer data. So when %d is there, compiler takes the input data and store that one with variable a. In a similar way, another two numbers are taken in and stored with the variable b and c. Now in first if statement, if a greater than or equal to b, here relational operators are used. So if a greater than or equal to b, and logic is also used, and a greater than or equal to c. If so, greater than a relational operator has highest precedence than the logic operator and. So these two left side logic relational operators are evaluated first and then depending on their result and logic is evaluated. So if this condition is true, that is if A is greater than or equal to B, or and A is greater than or equal to C, naturally is, if these two conditions are true, then output of AND logic is going to be true. And when it is true, what is default statement of if statement, that is to be executed, and we get the largest number is equals percentage %d. So value of A gets printed. If this condition is false, then another if statement is written. In that if statement, variable B is compared with the variable A and C. If variable B, if these two conditions, that is B is greater than or equal to A and B is greater than or equal to C, then these two conditions are true. When these two conditions are true, and logic combines these two conditions and final condition is going to be true. So when condition is true, naturally B is the largest one. So that is printed using the printf statement. Suppose this condition is also false. Then next if statement compares value of C with value of A and B. If value of C is greater than or equal to A and value of C greater than or equal to B, if these two conditions are true, then true is ANDed with the AND logic, then condition is going to be true. And when it's true, naturally largest value is going to be C. That is printed by printf statement. That is largest number equal to what is the value of C, that is gets printed at this point. So in this way, using the if statement, we can find what is the largest value among the three integer numbers. So when this program is run, and suppose first and this message is printed on the output screen, and when we enter these three numbers and press the enter key, we get the output largest number is 37. Instead of the integer number, suppose we have to find the largest real number, then what change should we make in the program? Just declare the three real variables using the float keyword, and also a message, enter three numbers, and using the scanf function in place of the percentage %d, here we have to use the percentage %f because we are getting the real data. So percentage %f, percentage %f, percentage %f, three real data are taken in, and that are stored with the variable A, B and C that are declared as a float type. So in a similar way, we use three conditions, three if statements, and in that one we include the similar type of the logic. We first compare A with B and C. If these A is greater than B and are equal to B and also greater than or equal to C, condition is going to be true, and when it is true, result is printed out. If any condition is false, resulting final and output is going to be false. So next if statement is executed, and this one here we are comparing B with A and remaining two variable A and C. In a similar way, if these two conditions are true, then we print largest number equal to B, value of B. If again any condition is false, then next third state if statement is executed. and naturally here we are going to see that condition is going to be true, because here C is compared with A and B using relational operator greater than or equal sign. So we print the output as a largest number equal to value of C. Here we are using the point 2 F format specifier. Just we want to print only 2 digits after decimal point instead of the 6 default digits of a float type variable. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one, enter 3 numbers, and when we enter 3 numbers like this one, we get the output largest number is 37.3. So in this way, taking number of the problem example problem, we discussed how to use if statement or what is application of the if statement. So here we end our class. Till next class, bye and have a nice day.